Hi everybody, how's it going? My name's Ryan, um, and I wanted to start doing some YouTube videos for people who are struggling with things like opioids, opioid addiction, or benzodiazepine addiction, alcohol addiction. Just I've been told by a lot of people I know more than most doctors about just tricks and ways to get through the addiction, get through withdrawal safely, medications to use that are questionable but do work. Um, so in this video, I want to talk about going from a synthetic opioid called fentanyl to Suboxone or Subutex, which is also called Buprenorphine, which is a medication that helps you get off opioids. It's a partial opioid agonist, so it affects the receptors only partially. You can think of it as like if you take Vicodin or fentanyl or heroin, think of it as taking a key into your receptors into your brain and turning it all the way. Think of it as sticking the key in your car ignition and turning it on all the way. And then think of Suboxone as sticking the key in that ignition and turning it maybe halfway. So it activates your receptor, but not fully. So you don't really get high from it unless you're just first starting out on it. Like the first week or two, you do feel a little bit of a buzz, especially if you're coming from a weak opioid like Vicodin or even oxycodone. Um, but if you're dealing with fentanyl, it's not like other opioids where you can just when you start feeling a little sick, you can just take it and you'll feel better. Fentanyl is so much different because it stores in your fat cells in your body, kind of like THC with marijuana does. So it makes it really difficult because there's something that happens when you go from fentanyl to Suboxone. It's called precipitated withdrawal, and you can actually die from precipitated withdrawal. It's like think of withdrawal. Think of driving down the road going 20 miles an hour through the withdrawal process, which is 5 to 7 days. Now think of precipitated withdrawal as going from 20 to 80 miles an hour. So you're speeding through it, and yeah, it gets a lot worse really quick, and you can get really sick. And this is why people go back to fentanyl or heroin, um, because they get really sick quickly and you can die from it. So they go and get their drug of choice and then they feel better again and they never try Suboxone. So what's so tough about fentanyl um, is you just don't know how long it's going to take, really. I've taken fentanyl and I've taken a Suboxone at 15 hours after last dosage and I felt fine and better. And I've taken it at 28 hours before and went into precipitated withdrawal. I've went into precipitated withdrawal many times. So probably 6 or 7 times. Um, so yeah, it's a scary process, and it's something you don't want to mess with. Now, what I would suggest is wait anywhere from 24 to 36 hours, preferably closer to 36 hours. But it's really hard to say because you don't really know how how this dough, how this fentanyl, how pure it is when you take it in the blue pills that are, fake oxys. So yeah, I mean, you obviously have to look at how long you've been taking fentanyl, how much you've been taking per day, and what kind of fentanyl you've been taking. Um, it's a very difficult transition, but I would wait 36 hours. That is what I would say is definitely the time you need to wait. At least 24 to 36. Try to go close to 36. So yeah, that's my first video. And yeah, if I can be of any assistance, any questions, you can ask me on my video, and I'll be happy to answer. So thank you.